As a two-time major champion and Ryder Cup regular, Martin Kaymer is recognised wherever he tees it up in the world. However, this year his normal consistency has deserted him and his name has been missing from the top end of leaderboards. A combination of injuries and poor form have seen the German slip outside the top 50 in the world rankings. Quite a fall for a man who was world number one in 2011. His last win was the US Open 3 years ago. But Kaymer is one of the hardest workers in the game, and a change in his fortunes appears to be on the horizon, following a fifth-place finish at last week's Nedbank Golf Championship. Anna sat down with him to discuss how he plans to rediscover his best form.
Martin, you're such a popular player and you have so much support on tour, but I imagine this season hasn't been the year that you were looking for. What can you take from your 2017 season, do you think?
Well, it hasn't been a good season for me at all. You know, I played fine, but then I had an injury that unfortunately brought me back a little bit. You know, I'm the kind of player who likes to practice a lot because, you know, I enjoy doing what we do a lot, and I'm really in love with practice. But when you have an injury, you can only do a very, very minimum to prepare for tournaments. And I always felt like I was underprepared going into events. And then when you play, you know, you never really have the confidence because sometimes there's some pain involved. And again, you're not the automatic shots that you gain through confidence, that you gain through practice. You don't really have that if you don't practice at home. And so it was a bit frustrating. But you need to accept it. And, you know, it is okay to have a season like this. It doesn't change me as a player. It doesn't make my confidence go down or anything like this. I know exactly now what I need to do in the winter time because next year is the Ryder Cup year again, and I would love to be part of that again.
You had a really positive start to the year. You had 2 top 5 finishes. Was that a result of doing all the training that you needed to do? And does it make you feel that your game very much is there?
Yeah, I mean, I know what I need to do in order to have good results. And I did that until the Masters. I had decent results, and I was really looking forward to the summertime. And then in May, you know, a shoulder injury happened, and then, you know, it was very frustrating because you put in so much work over the winter time. You know, you're not home in Germany, you are in America on your own over Christmas, birthday, New Year's Eve. You know, you really made some sacrifices, and then unfortunately something like this comes across your way, then you just have to deal with it. So yeah, it was frustrating, but I know what I need to do in order to play well.
You say you know what you need to do. Can you give us a little bit of a summary of what you'll be working on over the winter?
Well, for me, you know, I almost need to make myself suffer a little bit. You know, really practice a lot that I don't want to say that it hurts, but that you really feel that you've done more than others. Because the winter time is usually a time where you go home, you spend time with your family, and you have nice dinners, and Christmas time, all those things, and that is all good, and I do a little bit of that as well. But mentally, I need to know that I've done a little bit more than others, and I always feel like, you know, I gain a little bit of confidence through that, and a little bit more belief. The golf is just a matter of putting the time into it, and in the winter time, that is what I'm going to do. Most likely, I will be in Florida this year. It's a different place where I used to be in the wintertime because I was always in Arizona. So there are a couple of parts that needs to come together.
So going into next year, after your off season, I imagine your focus really is all on the majors and making that Ryder Cup team.
Of course, you like to win majors and you would like to be part of the Ryder Cup, but I always think the Ryder Cup is just an outcome out of your success that you had earlier. So if I'm good enough to make the team, I'm a very happy person. If not, then, you know, I wouldn't be helpful for the team anyways. So then somebody else should play. So that's okay, and I know the reasons, and I know what I need to work on to be in the team in 2 years' time at that time. But majors is the ultimate to be in that contention. You know, on Saturday and Sunday, it's super enjoyable, and it's very unique feeling because, you know, you can talk about European Tour events, PGA Tour events, trying to win those, but major is just your own expectations. The feel is every time is very unique, and you can never prepare for it because it's so special. And that's why I think it's the ultimate learning experience that you can have in golf.
Kaymer finishes his season in Dubai this week, where he'll be looking to round off a frustrating year on a positive note. Plenty of hard work lies ahead, but don't be surprised if he returns to winning ways when he tees it up in the Middle East at the start of 2018.